Whoops. Getting a little dark there. Got a little dark. Okay. How you doing? Hi. I guess I'll just sit here and wait in case anybody decides to show up. I am doing a very look at I got pool hair. Oh God, you guys with the pool hair. I mean, I can't anymore. It's a mess. There's no such thing as recovering here. There we go. Oh, you caught me in the raw tonight. I'm not really zhuzhied up or food or anything like that. I just felt like coming on and seeing how you're doing. So how you doing? How are you? How are you doing? Are you good? Are you good? A little bit good? A little bit crazy? A little bit bad? What's going on? Everybody I know is having um torrential weeks. And I'm not just talking about the hurricane people. I have been watching so much hurricane coverage. I gotta tell you, it's the most despairing, horrible thing. I'm sorry, I'm putting away some of my diamond painting stuff while we talk because I think I've done all I can do for tonight. I really do. I may just, get up at 4 in the morning or something because my sleep schedule is a joke right now. And, begin again. But for now, I'm just going to roll her up. However, I am definitely getting there very quickly and dropping drills everywhere. I use this little scraper thing because I can't live without it. But I gotta tell you, these AB drills are gunking up all over the place on me. It's just the white ones. It's the only color. All the other ones are good. Anyway, it's been so much going on this week. I don't even know where to begin. Where do I begin? Okay. Let's see. So, long-suffering husband and I went to the neurologist this week. Yeah. So, for all of you out there who say, I need my head examined, don't worry. I got my head examined. I did. And so far, all the parts seeming to recover really, really well. And I'm noticing because of little things, little things that have been a real issue lately. Oh, hi, George. Come on in. George says hello, everybody. Anybody who's out there lurking, just want to say hello. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Hello. Anyway, it has been such a week, and I mean, autumn fever hit. It hit me, and it hit me hard, and it hit me. Hold on a minute. I use these little craftively bags from my eyeglass cleaners because they're just such handy little beggars, These little bags. I always need a little bag to throw something in. Anyway, hold on. Hi, Louise. Welcome on in. How are you? I'm just getting my eyes cleaned up so I can actually read. God, they look like Coke bottles, don't they? Anyway, I ordered these glasses, and John was like, "What'd you do? Did you think they were cute? I mean, did they just were those kind of things that look good on Amazon?" And I was like, "Yeah, they look good on Amazon." I mean, going to something as easy as the eyeglass store. Oh, they're fine. You're fine. You're so sweet. How are you, darling? How are the little munchkins? Oh, Louise, I'm telling you, they are so cute. They are so cute. I swear. They look like little postcard babies. They really do. They are so adorable. I just love them. Anyway, so autumn fever hit. So I did a thing. Now I have a bag, you know. Okay, it's a bin because I've learned if you keep things in a bin, you're not really a hoarder. But if you keep things, I'm better. Head cold almost gone. Thank God you got a negative COVID test. Oh, I need to hear that. I so need to hear that from everybody, who's going through some things. Oh, throw out a little line to our Miss Crocheting Coffee. She is getting hit with a grudge. It's not Rona. It's not Rona. She's got a real bad head cold and flu and tonsils, and she's got a lot going on. So I just want to say a quick hello to her. And I gossiped about her in my upload the other day because, Mr. Gorgeous, look at this hair. Oh my God. I look like I just crawled out of a hole. Anyway, so Mr. Long suffering, it is now Tuesday, okay? I just want you to know that there is still no pound cake in this house, and no one has been able to locate a Boston cream donut. I don't know what happened to them. I'm ready to go buy myself a fryer and make my own damn Boston cream donuts. I am so and and then I had to go for the pumpkin spice latte because my son, he's a manager at Starbucks, okay, and he's like, I literally hide. Hold on a minute. I leaned on the keypad and something's bugged out. There. I gotta get that out of my way because I'm just gonna break it. I break everything electronic I come in contact with. Um, yeah, I am comfy. I've got hangover pool hair. I've been in the pool and it has been a lifesaver, but I gotta tell you, it doesn't do much for the hair. So thank God for a scrunchie and a hair clip because that's all I can deal with tonight. I was like, forget it. I try to tease him when I come and visit you people, but I understand that, you know what, you're just people just like me. And I'm sure you have days when you're fashionably challenged. And today I am fashionably challenged. But anyway, I want to show you, I got a lot going on here with Miss Uh, watch me break something else. I swear, I need to be I should be wearing mittens today. I'm so clumsy. I did wear clothes. Louise, I put on a shirt. I put on my hug dealer shirt. Yep, I'm looking for a hug deal. It's getting that bad out here. But look, look at. She's like halfway done. And look at the detail on her eyes. I mean, don't you guys just love her? So, now I gotta roll it back up. Let's see what I can break in the meantime. You guys, I swear, I'm trying to keep things kind of quiet because I don't want George and Fiona to wake up and start with the troublemaking. Oh, we did do a little bit of frame shopping. I actually got out of the house and I got brave, and it's so weird. You don't There was a day when we could just grab our keys and our sunglasses and our purse and leave the house. Now you got to think about it, you know? Are you, am I going to put polka dots in her sweater? I might. I might. Look, I mean, she's not far from me. I still have her. I could put her on right now. I don't think it'll help, but me and my polka dots, I got a thing about them. I don't know what I'm going to do with her. I think I'm going to put maybe some polka dots either on her sweater or maybe on her coffee cup. I don't know. I'm kind of at the place where I'll just figure that out when I get there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just figure it out when I get there. But it's like going to the store is such an affair anymore. I mean, you got to make sure you've got your wet wipes and you've got to have your Purell and you've got to have your mask and everything is so, and it's really sweet because I met some women at the store. I had to do it. I had to, I have all kinds of autumn stuff. I mean, I've got leaves and more leaves and mums and flowers and pumpkins. And, every year it's like kind of a big deal for me. Even though, like I said, I had to go get my pumpkin spice latte, which is, David is like, oh God, I cannot believe my mother is part of the problem. He's like, it is 112 degrees outside. Why in the hell do you think you need a pumpkin spice latte? And I'm like, because I deserve it. And because I don't want to be one of those girls who's like waiting for the pumpkin spice latte, um, in October. No way. Anyway, I had to have it. So I got it. He was like, well, we have them on ice now. I was like, no, I'm going all in. I'm going all in. So I got the car at like 50 degrees. I'm trying to keep it cool. And I'm going to the Hobbity Lobbity. And I'm fishing around at Joann's. Joann's is they're like a secret little craft jewel. And I'm checking out some of the people with the diamond, are you putting polka dots? Oh, either will look great. Thank you, Louise. I don't know what I'm going to do. You inspire me so much. Every time I talk to you, you come up with a great new idea for me. And I just, so anyway, it was fun to go look, but after a while, I get a little mask claustrophobia. Do you guys get it too? Do you get the mask claustrophobia? I get to where I'm like, I just have to go outside for a minute. I just have to go outside. Even if it's as hot as a hairdryer out there, I have to breathe for a minute. But what I can't believe is that some people are already into Christmas. They're dragging Christmas out really early this year. Now, I have what's called Christmas inventory. Long before diamond painting, long before coloring, and my polychromos pencils rather, are crying for me. I have got to color something like soon. I really do. But I can't do any kind of looking for Christmas when it's this hot. But there is a channel on YouTube. They're called The Holderness Family. They're so funny. And her husband is singing a song about my wife is thinking it's fall and she's wearing a shawl and she's running around the house and it's 98 degrees and I think we're all just trying to usher in fall so we can get out of this horrible summer because it has not been a good summer. But oh yeah, I should. You know what? I got the cutest coloring book last year. What was it called? It's like uh the Charles Dickens book, and it's all, oh, excuse me. Oh my god. I made the pappardelle noodles tonight and chicken cacciatore. So much garlic and peppers and onions. I swear to God, if I don't just like herb all over everybody, I'm so sorry. Anyway, it is a great book, and I barely got to color in it because it was really late. Something happened. I guess we had complications because last Christmas, I guess we had all that shipping issues and everything, and it took like 6 weeks to get here. Well, by the time it got here, I was looking at Valentine's. I was like, wait a minute. But I'm gonna get my book out, and I'm gonna do, maybe I'll do an upload tomorrow because I don't think it'll take me too much longer to get her done. Now once I get my little Java Joanna, my namesake. My namesake. Somebody did that for me. As soon as I'm done and I get her, I am going to get Blue Santa done, and he is huge. He's got polar bears and foxes and seals and all kinds of animals in him, and he's like 8 million shades of blue. I can't wait till you guys see him. And then I've got to do the mask, and then I've got to do, I've got, oh God, I got a lot going on. I got, the cutest diamond painting. I'll unbox it for you when it gets here, but you will laugh so hard because it really is the ultimate, you know, perfect kitschy diamond painting. I usually try to buy things that are kind of ethereal. I don't do landscapes because I'm not landscapish, but I did get the Craftably After the Storm, and I'll make time to color. I have to color. Matter of fact, I wanted to put it out there and let everybody know to set your calendars. Hold on, let me look at my phone real quick here. I got to make sure I have the right date. I don't commit to a lot of oh, Louise, what did you do? This birthday card is beautiful with the greens and the pardon me. Oh, that is pretty. Did you stitch it? Is it fabric? This is beautiful. Oh, I gotta show this. Can I show this? Mm. Forgive me. I have such. Look at this. Wait. I hope it comes into focus. My camera is a monkey do. That's Louise's card. She makes these. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. Okay. I'm going to post it on my I just got it like today. So I'm going to post it on the Instagram, and I'm going to also do a little more of a detail advertisement for it on the UBTB. But I wanted to let you know this is what we're doing. This is this light. Hang on a minute. Let's see if I can just get this thing off of me for 2 seconds. There it is. It's a Harry Potter-a-thon. You can't see it very well. It has, everybody is there. It is October 15th through 17th, and it's a Harry Potter-a-thon coloring community, and I am keeping some pretty fancy company here. I mean, these girls, I'm like a wad of gum on their shoe. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Coloring with Vicky and Shell Artie and M Colors. Emily Illustrator is the one who is handling all of it. And I have to tell you, she should run for public office. She could just rule the world. I mean, I have never seen a woman with little offspring children manage so much out of life in a day. CB's coloring, Connie will be there. Shalene, color and challenge. Hey, Ashley, Barbara Color, uh, Sharon Chopin Hayes, Amazon Tammy. Amazon Tammy is hysterical. You guys have got to tune in on her. But I'm sure that she will be loading up a thing. I have to go buy something Harry Potter. I don't even have anything Harry Potter. I've got kind of a small Harry Potter, like a diamond painting thing that I might do because they want you to do like a full 2 hour, like a live stream. But I don't know, I might want to color something, I'd like to color something, and I'd like to actually try maybe my pans or pan pastels and pencils together, or maybe even, oh, I don't know, like a watercolor thing. I don't know. I really want to kind of push the envelope a little bit, and I want to. The thing is, I can do a really good color and chat live and, chat with people, and I'm a lot more comfortable. But if I try to diamond paint and talk to people, I am like, I have the attention span of a gnat. I mean, I really do. It is so hard. I'm like, I'm either diamond painting or I'm talking, but doing both, you're going to get some really weird dialogue at me. You know what I mean? It's like, oh God. I can't even. I'm like, oh man, why do I even get on here? I'm such a lunatic. But anyway, I've got to get. Oh, hold on one second. Let me get John, honey, long-suffering husband. Can I have? There's a snazzy left. Can I have a snazzy for George and for Fiona? They have to have their snazzies. They have very strict schedules. Yeah. If you miss treat time around here, they will snub you. They will snub you. They will keep you awake all time. I think, yeah, I think I should. I think I should color something. I think you're right, Louise. I should color. Um, you know, hello, John, long suffering husband. Louise says hello. Oh, look what I got. Look at what I got to cut them up now. Hold on. Because these things are, this is what we call dog crack. These are little, they're German Snauzies, and they're actually for people, but they're so good. And they're all natural. But to George, he goes bazookas. Here, George, come on. Here, go. There's Fiona. Right here. Hi, George. You want yours? Come on, closer. Come on, closer. Go get it. Go get it. I don't know if he'll take it off the table or not. Here, let me see if I can get him down a little bit lower. Say hi, baby. Say hi. Say hi. Do you want that? Hold on a minute. I'm going to regret this. Yeah, we're just a little weird, aren't we? There you go. You got your snauzies. He can't live without his snauzies. He's such a big spoiled baby. You're such a big spoiled baby. Oh my god. Oh, there's one left. Oh my god. Wait a minute. I have to cut it in half because you know what? If one sees me get one and the other one doesn't, we got trouble. Here, Coco. Musha, musha, there. I'm almost positive, Louise, that Fiona doesn't speak English. I think she's French. I really do. She acts just like a French girl, you know? She really does. She's just, they're all gone. They're all, if I don't do this, like I'm a dealer at a jackback table, look, now he just walks away. Yeah, don't even tip your waitress. Nice. Nice. Anyway, he is. He's my baby. I love him, and he's such a sweetheart. But he's a flirt. Now, Fiona, forget it. She has all kinds of issues. What? I really do. I don't think Fiona speaks English. Because I started calling her, I always have a nickname for my dogs. Like George is Georgie Porgy Putty Pear. Putty Pear. If I say Putty Pear, he's going to come running because he's going to think, oh, that's snack time. That's snack time. Let me move this camera up a little bit. Sorry. You don't want to see my room. It's a mess. There's just stuff everywhere. Me and my autumn, you take out one thing for your house, everything else has to move. And it's just, there's always the chaos before the beauty comes. And I'm at the chaos stage. But I'm really not. I don't like a lot of clutter. I don't like a lot of junk. I mean, I don't mind the autumn stuff, but it has to be within control. But yeah, it is kind of a big room because the triple windows back there make it look a lot bigger. But yeah, when you got George and Fiona, they fill up the room. They eat a lot of real estate. So, but most of the time it's just sleeping on my bed, and I know Fiona. She has a real aversion to the floor. She just can't handle being on the floor. She doesn't know the floors are for dogs to lie on. She thinks it's ridiculous. She thinks every piece of furniture is hers. And we're in the middle of watching a movie today. Oh, you got to see this movie, Louise. Okay, I don't know if you're into this or not. It's a little. Hold on, I got big dog hair on the. Look. There's dog hair everywhere. It's like an entity all of its own. It just shows up on everything. Are you on Facebook? I am on Facebook. Yes, I am on Facebook. Yeah, Joanna here. I don't go on Facebook that often though because I just I don't know why. I think during the election everybody just got so ugly. I said I need to take a break. I can't handle all this ugly. There's just too much ugly going on. It got just too dark for me. Anyway, but there is a movie that we were watching, and it's with Justine. What is her name? Justine. Oh God, she's a great actress. She has red hair. She's the guy from Happy Days, Ron Howard. She's Ron Howard's daughter, and she is in this movie. We rented it today. You can rent it on YouTube, and it's called the Through the Eyes of Tammy Faye. And it's all about the Tammy Faye Baker thing. Now, look, this is going to age me. I know. People are already like, how freaking old are you? I'm old, okay? What do you care? I'm old. All these wrinkles, hard earned very, very, very serious badges of age and honor. But, but you got to see this thing. You got to see this movie. She is so good in this movie. I mean, her mannerisms, and I remember the whole Tammy Faye Baker thing. I mean, that was a big part of my life, actually. I didn't actually support the ministry, and I never did get to go to Heritage Park, which, I heard was outrageous. It was so gaudy and so elegant and so, I mean, how much money can we dump on a place? But I had several friends that were Tammy Faye Baker addicts. I mean, they were like super freaking fans. Like, I mean, they sent money, and I'm not talking like, I mean, I'm talking about my girlfriend who lived down the street, who would be at the club on Friday night and Saturday morning send Tammy Faye Baker her entire mortgage payment. I'm not kidding. I was like, well, okay, I sent you a Facebook message in June. Oh, I gotta, I gotta get back there then. Was it a good message? Am I in trouble with you? Don't let me be in trouble with you, Louise. I love you so much, really. Anyway, um, it was really interesting. And so, in the middle of the movie, of course, John got up because he has to get up 35 times during the movie to do something. He can't, left brain, he's got things to do. But, instant messenger. No, no worries. I promise. Oh God, I hope it was good. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and look at it because I am really bad about keeping up with Facebook and my correspondence and communications there, and I'm gonna get better at it next year. But through the holiday, I don't know if I can promise that much because I'm hoping we're gonna be busy. I don't know how many. I mean, I have 3 Santa visitation request right now. Excuse me. Children! The children are arguing. Let's see who wins. Okay, it's not a bark fest. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to close the door. You're going to get kicked out, George. Come here. Come here, baby. Come on. You're not getting any snowsies if you're going to behave like that. Just to remind him, he'll shut up in a minute. I know you do. You have a dog. I have a crush on your dog. I have such a crush on that budgie bear face. Oh my God, what a schmoopy thing. He's so cute and he's very, very smart. You can tell he's smart. This one, this is one of those independent thinkers. He does what he wants to do when he wants to do it. Doesn't care anything. Now he's barking at my window. You know, what happened? Did a butterfly fart? Why are you barking? Anyway, I'm so sorry. Hold on just a second. George, hey, out. He's like, yeah, you get out, lady. Don't tell me what to do. And I put their dog food bowls in here because it was so loud in the front of the house. There was something going on. I guess the fire department was answering a call, and oh God, I think they still think they're here or something. Anyway, you should go see the Tammy Faye Baker movie. It is like $2.99 to rent. It's not that high. I thought it'd be a lot more. Jessica Chastain. That's her name, Jessica Chastain. You won't recognize her. It took me like 10 minutes in the movie to go, who is that? And I usually love her because, she did that movie with Matthew McConaughey, where he was like, I don't know, going through his past and his future, and it was like a space movie, and John loves that movie. Honey, what is that movie called? What is that movie called with Matthew McConaughey and Jessica Chastain that you watch all the time? The Interstellar. I can't remember anything tonight. Anyway, he loves the movie Interstellar. So, which, quite frankly, between you and I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a little too much Matthew McConaughey for me. And who can say there's too much Matthew McConaughey? But anyway, I recently read his book too. Woo! I did the audiobook because he reads it himself. I love audiobooks when the author actually reads it. It's so cool. Yeah, a floating leaf. Yeah, that's what these two bark at too. They do the same stupid thing every minute lately. I mean, just this whole last week, it has been what do you want? 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 But anyway, it was an interesting little movie. And after that, I watched, because I went on a deep dive, of course. How can you watch a movie like that and not go down the rabbit hole? And I believe it was David Foster. Was it David Foster? It was one of the older journalists. He used to be like really, really big. He was on ABC and he did a 90-minute interview with them. And the whole thing was a big squabble. I mean, it was like a Christian full on scandal. And it was, you know, I mean, just, to see her and maybe think for a moment that maybe, she was a young girl who got caught up in something and then became a part of it and then had to feed the monster. I mean, she really, now, I'm not saying she was innocent in any means. And I sure am not saying Jim Baker wasn't like, oh, kooky dookie, if you know what I mean, like really kooky dookie. But very, very interesting situation. Anyway, not a bad movie. Not a bad movie. Anyway, I wanted to let you know about the thing happening in October because I don't usually sign up for these things, and anybody I can get who will come and support me, I would be. Yes, Dragonfly with Kevin Costner and Kathy Bates. I love Kathy Bates. Do you know I actually saw her once? I'll tell you a quick story. This happened to me 100 years ago. I have pictures of it on my phone. I should try to find them while we talk. But I'm horrible about trying to access my photos because they're kind of a big hot mess. Long suffering husband was supposed to organize all the pictures. And you know what he's done? Nothing. Nothing. I think he made them even worse now. They're even harder to find. I mean, it's ridiculous. Anyway, when we lived in Connecticut, and I lived in Sandy Hook, Connecticut for 9.5 years, it was just a sweet spot in my life. I loved it there. I knew everybody. We all knew each other. The number one crime there was bicycle theft. You know, I mean, it was like, you know, it was that kind of place. Like, we saw a little kid one day trying to steal a candy bar, and we didn't call security and all that. He saw us see him, and he was really embarrassed and humiliated. And so I just picked up a candy bar and I told the lady at the cash register, we're going to pay for this. That little kid just took it. He's already feeling the guilt. You know, this is the kind of town we lived in. This is how we were. We were all about our kids. But in the summers, all the movie companies would come to Connecticut because we had some of the most beautiful scenery. I mean, in the summertime, you couldn't touch that place. It was so pretty. And me and about three of my friends, um, we would all sign up to be extras in movies. You know, we didn't really care about the money or anything. We weren't out to become the next Kathy Bates or, the next Julia Roberts or anything. All of us, all three of us, we were as unserious about the movie business as anybody could be. But we thought, let's do it. It'll be fun. You never know where they're gonna take you and what we're gonna do. And one of the movies, okay, the first movie we did was Taking Chance, and that was an HBO film. Very, very sad, very heartfelt. I was in the funeral scene and I had to stand 8 feet away from Kevin Bacon for 8 hours. You think it would get old after a while, but it was a good 8 hours. But it was a very serious movie, so we couldn't really like fan out or anything. But anyway, and you never really knew where they were going to take you. And so, you would always try to pry the PAs that were setting up all the extras. They would ask you, well, do you have clothing that might be country and western, or do you have clothing that might be 50ish, like the 50s, because we're on a wardrobe budget. But if you have anything that is really authentic and you want to contribute it, you're just going to be an extra. You're just going to be walking past somebody on the street. But if you want to bring it with you, bring it and come early, and they would all come and pick us up. Hello, gorgeous. Oh my God. Grace is popping in. You are in trouble with me, girl. I had to buy both of those feather pictures. George says hello. He loves Grace. He's got kind of love affair going on with her. Anyway, so we're living in Connecticut, and in the summers we would do extras in movies, and we did this for like 2 or 3 summers. And one movie we were going to, they get you early in the morning. They get a big Greyhound bus. Everybody piles on like a bunch of refugees, because we're just extras. We're really wads of gum on the feet of real actors. But some people treat extras like human beings, and other people don't. So you never really know. Hey, Katrina, come on, welcome on in, welcome on in, welcome on in. Hey, girls. Oh my goodness, Louise, we got company. Anyway, I was just talking about something we did when I used to live in Connecticut in the summers. We would work as movie extras. We'd get $100 a day, but we just felt like dicking around. We were 3 goofy ladies who just, didn't really care. So we got ready to go on this one movie. It was a 2-day extra assignment. And the PA would not tell me anything. Now, I am charming the pants off of this guy. I'm like, listen, let me know, because I will bring chocolate chip strawberries for the whole crew, because I used to always make a big pan of them. And then if we were on the bus, because sometimes we'd go all the way to New Jersey, sometimes we'd film in New York. We never really knew where we were going to go. But most of the time, I could get it out of him, and he would tell me, and I would make treats for the extras, because that there are people and they're struggling, and there are people there who are serious actors. We were not. we were like such goofballs, I swear. We were like the bad kids in the back of the class. But this one movie, he would not tell me what it was. I begged him and I begged him and I told him, what is it? And I told long suffering husband, I said, listen, I have a 2-day assignment to do a movie. And he was like, well, you're going to come home at the end of the day? Because, excuse me, I mean, I just need to know there's David and the dogs. David was young back then. And, I had Lucy and Gandalf, my other generation of Great Pyrenees. George and Vienna are my third generation of Great Pyrenees. I have had this breed of dog. Literally, this is my flavor. Anyway, I'm not kidding. So he wouldn't tell us where we're going. I said no. He says we'll be home by 7 p.m. So I don't know where I'm going to be. And he says, well, because he was with airlines at the time. And he was like, well, I have to fly today, but I'm going to be home by 4:30. And I said, great. And he was like, well, let me know if you're not too far away. Maybe we'll come and pick you up if you don't want to ride home on the bus. Because he knew I was not a big fan of riding on the bus. I mean, riding there was fun, but by the time you're done walking across the street 48 times, and it is summer and it does get a little hot some days. Most of the time, Connecticut has beautiful weather, but some days it would get really, really hot. And I thought, yeah, I'm gonna, I will page you and let you know. This is how old we are. We had pagers. The young crew are going, what's that page? Oh, wait a minute, I gotta Google this. What's a pager? What's a pager? Anyway, I could keep my pager, but I had to keep it on silent and I had to hide it in my underwear because we had to wear poodle skirts and big old fashioned, like Madonna, pointy, how do you say it? Like the pointy booby bras, the triangle bras. And we had to wear little cotton shirts and little sweaters and, oh my God, and pearls. And I mean, we had really good costume people. But the hardest it was driving me crazy because I wanted to know what the movie was and he wouldn't tell me. So I got on the bus and I got my big, big pan, my tin full of chocolate chip strawberries, and I'm working the bus. I'm like, do you know where we're going? Do you know what movie you're doing? Finally, I get almost to the last row and the guy says, I know what movie you're doing. He said, but I don't think they want you or everybody else to know until you get there. And I was like, well, where are we going anyway? I mean, we've been on the bus for an hour. I mean, where are we going? He said, we're going to Bridgeport. I was like, well, Bridgeport's not even an hour away. Are we taking the you know, uh, what, well, that was it. I know. I did get in trouble for having a pager because you weren't supposed to have a pager or a cell phone or any kind of thing on the set, but I hid it in my underwear. And it did go off once, but I got it caught. One of the PAs did catch me and he was like, you better put that thing away now. But by then it was all too late. Anyway, so I get a hold of him and I find out and he says, the movie we're going to do is Revolutionary Road. I stood up and I went, Revolutionary effing Road? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is that the movie we're going to do today? Now, I'd heard a lot about My girlfriend and I used to love to read. We only read two rag magazines that we were fond of. One was People magazine, and the other one was Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair always had interesting stuff back then. Back then, you could actually find out stuff from Vanity Fair, and that way we could see what movies were coming up into Connecticut or what movies are coming up for the summer and what we would and would not want. Because I don't want to be like in a bikini or a bathing suit on the beach. I don't want to be the fat girl on the beach. And even if I'm an extra, I don't want to be fat girl. Yes, missile bra. That's what they were like. They were missile bras, and they weighed like 3 pounds. Those things. Oh my god! It was like, ugh, and the hooks would dig into your back. I was sore for 3 days after I had to finally do this, and I had to wear it for 2 days. Anyway, first day we got through it, and yeah, well, let me tell you who's in this movie. I mean, everybody's in this movie. This movie it's a dark, weird movie. I read the book. I didn't understand it at all. Um, but I could read a book in 2 days, and I did read the book because I heard that they might make it into a movie, and I couldn't believe it. So the first day, everything went okay. We walked from this. They had all old 50s design cars and all the Victorian homes in Bridgeport. If you feel like googling something really pretty, Google Bridgeport, Connecticut in the summer. You'll just oh god, it looks like it hasn't changed at all in 100 years. It just hasn't. So the second day, we were supposed to finish at 4:30 p.m. That's when we were going to be done. Now, everything looked like it was going to plan. However, movies are notorious for saying we'll be done at 4:30, but they could go on until 7 o'clock. So 4:30 came around, and 4:45 came around, and 5 o'clock came around, and then who do I see walking on the set? Because we had we had two streets blocked off for live spots, to have people just walking up and down the sidewalk. And the second day we had to wear, different costumes because we had to look more like we were kind of coming into the 60s. So we had to wear like the pencil skirts and the high heeled shoes with the really big fat heels and everything. And oh my God, it was just, I mean, it was like, just, I mean, it was a very serious environment. And I know that the girl that I was with, my best friend at the time, Susan is like, I am not having fun doing this movie. I have had fun doing movies for 2 summers, but this movie, something is really stressful here. And I said, well, I'll tell you what's stressful here. You know who the lead is? And they were like, no. And I was like, it's Kate and Leo. Like Kate and Leo from Titanic got together 10 years later and decided to do a movie. But John showed up, and he was standing way back in the corner, and he had the dogs with him. And he had Lucy and Gandalf the White. Oh my God, he was so beautiful. He was like 240 pounds. He was huge. I mean, he looked like a walking polar bear. John is staying out of the way. He's not in anybody's shot. He's not bothering anybody. He understands I am just an extra. I'm not like, you can't just come on set and hang out. But one of the PAs was like a total dog freak. And he was like, oh, these dogs are so beautiful. Will they be quiet? They're not going to bark or anything? Because if they bark, we're going to be in trouble and we're going to have to redo the whole scene. And sorry. Anyway, he's like, no, they're good dogs. They're not gonna, this they were perfect. They were just perfect angels when they were in public, and they just stood there, and he was just scratching them and rubbing them and loving on them. And then they had us do the scene, we were walking down the street. I had to walk down the street, and I had to look in the window and do this was my this is what I had to practice doing. Oh, look at that dress. Oh, look at the dress. Like, oh, look at that in the window. Oh, but I couldn't do it like this. I had to go like this, and so it was so weird. Anyway, after I did that about 36 times, they finally, what does that say word? You hid your pager where? What if it vibrated? You know what, Grace? You're naughty. I know exactly what you're thinking. You better just you better clean up, young lady. No way. Anyway, it didn't go there. I hid it in the side of my underwear because they were those tight spandex underwear. It didn't like move around or anything. But anyway, so I was standing there, and all of a sudden they called, okay, cut, 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 everybody take 10. So they let John come and see me, and the dogs saw me, and they were just like, oh, how you doing? And one of them jumped up on my shoulders, because they like bear hugs. And I was like, these are my dogs. I said, how you doing, baby? Are you okay? And then all of a sudden it was like, 10 minutes had gone by, and they were like, okay, we need to clear the set. Unless you're a part of this, we need you to clear the set. And I was on my mark, and this lady who was a PA, who was actually Satan's nymph, I'm sure of it. I'm sure she got paychecks from him. She was so evil. She walks up and she's just like, really, really, really like kind of like Minnesota, I don't care who those damn dogs are. You don't need to be on the set with those dogs. I want her fired right now. Get her off this set. And then my girlfriend Susan said, I guess I'll have to go with her because we all came together. And then my other girlfriend came by, and she was like, we were on a break. You cut the film. You gave everybody a 10-minute break. Her husband was here to pick her up over an hour ago, and he's being very patient. Poor John is like, oh my God, I just got my wife fired, and she's nothing but an extra. I'm like, oh, and what is SAG gonna say? Because you get reported by SAG if you get fired in the middle of a movie, and it's kind of, it's not the end of the world, but it doesn't feel good. I'm practically a volunteer anyway. What do I make? $100? So I spent more than $100 on my shoes. Anyway, the three of us are standing there, and we're terrified. We're thinking, this hateful, horrible, evil woman from the droves of hell is going to fire all three of us. And guess who walked up behind us? Kathy freaking Bates. She put her hand on Susan's shoulder and kind of wedged herself in between me and Susan and looked at that lady and said, I got a fucking problem with you. And that's all she had to say. And she just walked away. She goes, see you later, girls. And we all just stood there like, we're not even allowed to talk to the stars. They made it very clear, Kate and Leo, they're not like approachable. But Kathy, Miss Bates, who I absolutely adored in anything and everything, stood up, and she's not a real tall woman, but she was very, very imposing, and she just stood up and she just looked at her. And the way she looked at that woman, She literally just ate her up like she was a crumb on a coffee plate. I mean, she was not screwing around. And later we found out Kathy was a dog lover. And that might be the reason, and she was over there petting the dogs and talking to John instead of talking to us. She didn't talk to us after she broke up the hooklah, but it was an interesting little moment. It really was. And I think I got about 2 seconds of walk by shots. Um, in the actual movie, but it's early in the movie. It's like in the first 30, 40 minutes of the movie, and you'll see all the old cars. And I got to John took a couple of pictures like on the slide because they were like no pictures on this set. Do you understand me? Nobody's taking any pictures. Back then we didn't really have Instagram. We barely had Facebook. I don't even know if Facebook was a thing yet. You gotta think about that. But anyway, I'm gonna find the picture. I will post it on Instagram and let you see how beautiful the set was. And there was this huge Victorian house. And so I went back to makeup and I got out of my costume and everything and I signed off for the day. The movie was called Revolutionary Road, and it was just a little summer project for us. We used to do movie extra work for fun in the summer just to go somewhere, and that was the movie that we were extras in. And but I remember John at the end when he picked me up and we got back in the car and the dogs are like, oh, mommy, mommy, mommy. So they had to have their little hyper moment. You know how dogs are. You don't see your dog for 30 minutes, they think you've been gone for 3 years. They get so, especially my dogs. Excuse me. My dogs are so, oh, they're weird. Mm. Anyway, so that was my brief encounter in Connecticut. But I did see this Victorian house as soon as we got in the car. And I made him stop and I got out of the car and I got my camera and I took a picture of the house because I said, if we ever win the lottery, honey, I don't care if we have to literally buy these people a house on the Riviera in France. I'm buying this house. I fell so in love with the house, and the house was part of the backdrop of the movie. I have to show it to you. I'm going to find the picture. I have pictures. I don't have pictures of us in our costumes because we weren't allowed. We just weren't allowed. And I did get busted one time towards the end of the second day for having the pager. The pager went off, but luckily the pager went off when we were on a timeout and we were not rolling. If it had gone off when we were rolling, I would have had my ass handed to me. But in Connecticut, you meet a lot of celebrities in Connecticut, and a lot of people live up there. You just wouldn't, to me though, I try, and I'm not trying to be cool. I'm not trying to sound like I'm something because I'm not something, I mean, really, everybody else to me is something. I'm not something. But I try not to fan out on people because they do a certain thing or because, actors are people who pretend to be other people for money. That's their job. It's a job, I understand. But when they're not working and they're, out in Connecticut and they're just, like we had a huge, massive dog park there, and it had a river and everything. We would take the dogs down and let them play at the river. And we always had the biggest dogs at the dog park. So, I mean, but we would have people who would come, and there would be people who are celebrities and they're just like, I'm here with my kids. I'm just dad today. So I always try to keep that in my head and not be, um, not be a fanny freak, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Hang on a minute. I am not reading chat. I'm just digging around out here. I'm being very rude. I'm so sorry. Wow, what movie is this? Revolution Red. That's way cool. Never met a celebrity. Katrina, my dad had some stories about how he arrested Jerry Lee. Was your dad a policeman? That is so funny. My dad was a policeman. Yeah, what state was he a policeman in? He arrested what was he doing? Jerry Lee Lewis was a trippy dude. I mean, I don't know what he did. That guy got into more trouble than he got into trouble just waking up, you know. Oh my god. You have to tell me that story sometime. Really, I want details, Katrina. I want details. Oh, that is so funny. Now, my father, I could write a book about my father. I could write a comedy that would be 3 hours long, at least, about my father because he was so. I mean, when he married my oldest sister, when he had to walk her down the aisle, she practically wouldn't even let him walk down the aisle because he was just being so rude, you know, and all the groomsmen were outside. And I mean, this is back in the day when you had bouffant hair. I was only 6 years old, so my sister and I, we had a little time apart. You know, we're not we're quite a few years difference, but to this day, I love her and adore her so much. But she got married to a Italian boy in the neighborhood, and it was big Irish Italian wedding. It was a big mess, but I mean, they must have had like 38 bridesmaids and 38 groomsmen, and they were all standing outside and they were all waiting to meet my father. And they had like 2 days of celebratory stuff before the wedding. But my father, I'll never forget. I was standing next to him, and I was in my little dress, and and I was the flower girl. And he looked down at me and he said, "You know what? I think your father locked up a few of these guys, these groomsmen. I know I locked up at least a couple of these guys." So, he had no filter at all. Thank God. But oh yeah. Okay. Jerry Lee Lewis here, Katrina says, Jerry Lee Lewis used to drive drunk and he didn't like it when my dad made him turn his car off because he was listening to his own songs. What a narcissist. I mean, really. You know, you have the song at home. Um, because he was listening to his own songs when my dad made him turn off the car, he'd start singing. So I guess he had to sleep it off. Oh God, cops are just, oh God, they all have a story, don't they? They've all got stories. I mean, the stories just go on. Anyway, I have been on for an hour and 8 freaking minutes. I can't possibly imagine any of this has been remotely entertaining, but I hope it has been a little bit. I enjoy talking to all of you so much. Louise, my love. Your card is so beautiful. You have to do something with these cards. I mean, it's time. You might have to just like do a marketing blast and load those babies up and sell some cards. Because you really are so talented. They're just beautiful. They're so elegant and they're very sophisticated too. Um Anyway, but I have enjoyed talking to all of you. My beautiful, beautiful Grace, Yes, you made me buy 2 more diamond paintings. I don't even know when I'm going to get to them. I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered them. I am on a mission. I am on a plan here, and the whole plan has gone to, you know what? It's gone to where my vibrator is. My pager, not vibrator. You know what I mean? But oh god, I just love you guys. And Katrina, my girl, I think you and I have about a million stories to chat back and forth with. But I love you guys. We will talk again soon. I will see you in my next video. Please keep a little reminder for October 15th to October 17th. We're going to do a little Harry Potter-a-thon, and I will be coloring with some of the big heavy hitter colorists. They let me in. I really am just a wad of gum on their shoes, so I have no idea why they would even invite me, but they did. So I'm going to do a color along with them or a diamond painting. I haven't even decided which one yet, but I will figure it out as soon as I can. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for walking with me and hanging out with me. And I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. You take care now, okay? Send Miss Crochet and Coffee a big hug. She's feeling kind of icky. And for everybody who has been affected by the storms and the hurricanes and the floods and the water bugs. Maritza. Come on, Maritza. Come on. What is the matter with her? Jesus, they've got pills for this. She's afraid of a teeny tiny bug. I don't know what to do with her, but she cracks me up. She cracks me up. Anyway, ciao, ciao, baby. I love you all. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Take care. Bye.